systems of Phantom King to jibe and curse the mortal. Abhorrent was it.
Alright, let's get to it. This is B-Dog casting this game, and I promise you this will be a really hyped tournament. We have hyped for this like in months. So I will welcome you to M4 Tournament Spring 2018, or as it's called, M4 Tournament 1.0. Let's take a look at the teams. We have on the left side, we have Problems of Blue Screens with Palanor as a captain. He's a global elite and he's awesome. His kill scores is amazing in all his games. At the second place in the Problem of Blue Screens, we have DTX, who also is a very experienced player. MHH with a really hard name to pronounce, a caster's nightmare, but what can you do? We have on the third place and the third row, we have PED, also a very complicated name, so we just call him PED or just a pro, whatever floats your boat. On the fifth place, we have MIB Fester, who will compete together alongside his teammates, and as I can see, he is a little bit new to the game, but he competed in December, I think, and he did very well. A-team, let's present the players. We have Javari, who's a legend at M4. His skills are amazing, global elite as well, and he has been
pointed to captain, and he has chosen his team with Hagbert, Ackerman, Alexandra, and Skullbone. Alexandra is new to the tournament, but she is very experienced, and Skullbone has competed as well. Hagbert, I know very little of that player, but since his second draft by Javari, his skills should be top notch. And we also in this cast we have the match in the match. So we will have a close look at Palanor versus Javari. We try to look at their scores and try to decide the winner of the match. From last tournament, Javari was one of the players that scored the best for his team, and he carried his team and called all the shots. Palanor, I haven't casted with Palanor before, but what I've heard, he is at least as great as call the shots for his team, and he's a really team player. So let me set up the stream, and I see you in game.
Med de bästa oddsen på Allsvenskan vinner du mer hos Betfair. Mer triumfer. Mer nervkittlande spänning. Mer kontroll. Och mer kompromisslöshet. Nu får nya kunder hos Betfair det här erbjudandet. Är du redo för mer?
One minute left, boys and girls. All right, let's wait for it to load up and we will get ready for our first game. First round will be a knife fight to decide which side you're gonna play on. So right now we're just waiting for the players to load in and we can start the cast. As the day go on, I will stay with you all day. I will cast from 10 o'clock until around 7 o'clock this evening, and if the game goes on, if we haven't decided a winner for the tournament until 7 o'clock, I will of course stay with you all day. For better or worse, you will hear my voice in this channel, and this is the only channel we cast with the caster on, so get used to my voice, boys and girls. If you have your family watching, I will greet them welcome as well. And if there are some Amphonians out there who have friends and or grills or boyfriends, I don't know, I will greet all of you very warm welcome to this game. Me, I'm called Big Dog and I'm a caster, and I usually stream CSGO games, and my knowledge of this game is quite amazing. Kappa. No, it's not. But if you catch me saying something wrong in the game, it's because I usually commentate on things I see, and hopefully you will enjoy the stream. So let's get to it. As you can see, this is a warm-up. The player checking the settings. Ackerman shows some dominance over DTX. He shows he's the alpha male. MHH, oh, I remember it from last game. A little bit of potato aim, but yeah, you know what you're gonna do. I'm very hyped to see this player. Very high ranked player, and of what I've heard, we can see some really good plays coming out. DTX is a legend at Enfo, a very good play as well as a very good coder. For all who doesn't work at Enfo, I can say that it's a great place to work, and this tournament is the only time that we are really competitive against each other, because this is not life or death. It's even more important than that. This is friendship, it's honor, it's glory, all at stake of this tournament. So actually, I'm not kidding. It's really important. And the winner of this tournament will carry the glory all the way into the cold December, and they can enjoy their victory and know that they are best in the summer. And why shouldn't they? Because there are a lot of skilled people playing and a lot of experienced player. So to win this tournament is like a receipt that you are the best. DTX showed that he's aimed at headshots during this warm-up, and a little bit of psychological warfare going on. As you can see, the dominance in this warm-up today. Andreas Hogbert, he shows he's not gonna just stand aside and let the people walk all over him in this warm-up, but he just gets dropped by Spurex. Hogbert is a player I personally really enjoy to watch these tournaments. I haven't casted him before, and but I have a lot of high hopes for him. Poor DTX. Just look at him. Annihilated. Dropped. Erased. The cool thing about when you cast is that you can see all the nerves coming out in the warm-up, because myself as a caster has a pretty lot of adrenaline right now, and I can only imagine how much adrenaline is going through the veins. You can see all, as you can see, the movements of the player is not right in the flow, and I think we will have to wait a couple of rounds before we can see the smooth plays coming in. And this is also the first game of the day. So and the first game of tournament, which means that the nerves, the starting nerves, are settling in, and but it's usually even out during the day. So we have our knife fight right now, and this decides who we choose the side. Slash slash slash. Oh, pretty dominant of A team, and Jabari shows he's the boss. Alright, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on. I hope all of you have poured yourself a morning coffee, and that you've eaten some good breakfast. Me for sure, I'm sitting here with a black coffee from hell, and this will keep me awake until around 12 o'clock. Perhaps I need to take a break to pour myself a new can of coffee. Boom, 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 I want you in the ground, as Gurek says. As for you who are familiar to CSGO, this is a distributed cast, or I'm not running the camera myself, but sometimes I choose over when it's something really enjoyable to watch. Alright, Xpurex, we're following him, and he's right behind DTX. DTX leading the way, and he spots Jabari. Oh, Jabari, I'm sorry, my man, you're dead, you're gone, you're meat in the ground. You are composing in the dirt. Alexandra spotting MHH, but gets dropped. Ackerman, oh my god, 4 kills. Oh my god, perhaps I spoke too soon when I said Jabari is going to carry this game. Well, it's just the first round, but things looking really good for Alright, next round. A team is up 1-0 against POB, or problem of blue screens. MHH does what MHH do, playing very carefully and plan his moves. Hogbert shows a dominance and the drops. Palanor DTX gets dropped. Skarbone kills Xpurex. And MHH dies. 2-0 to A-Team, and will we see a stomp? A-Team is an all-Swedish team, and PUB is a mixed team of our Finnish brothers and the Swedish Vikings. So let's move into this round. We can see both teams bought some weapons, and they are not going for an echo round. Burek holds the bomb. Oliver is, or Ackman as he wants to be called, is holding the door. DTX close by. We can see a little bit of standoff. They go for a 2-1 strat now. No, 3-1-1 strat, I'm sorry. As they try to hold the bomb sites, DTX kills Ackerman. Hagbert, watch closely. Yeah, game looks good. Chat, who are you rooting for? Is it A team or is it PUB? Tell me, I want to know. Because I think this match is very important for the self-esteem of the team. Oh, they are so careful. Oh, now shit's going down. DTX annihilates Hagbert. Get down, he says. Burek is planting the bomb. DTX. A nade is going out. Eat it. A little bit of damage coming out. We have Palanor. Show me what you got, Palanor. Oh, he doesn't disappoint. He is dead. DTX kills Alexandra. DTX very low. Palanor. Did he spot him? Did he get sight of someone? They had a little bit of technical issue. But we doesn't care. We want to see blood. Burek, MVP. And they even out the score. Let's go, boys! Let's go, boys! Hagbert 502 in the scores, and we see DTX is doing the best at his team. Palanor doesn't disappoint, 202. That's what you will expect of him, but he has to keep it up to be able to carry his team. We have a DC. I think it was a monitor. I think it was a monitor that died for A team. Now Jabbar joins. His aimbot died. Spinbot. Ah. Yeah. He has excuses. He has excuses. I'm very happy to see so many viewers in the channel so early this morning. I'm very glad you joined, all of you. And for you who are new, this is M4 Spring Tournament 2018, or as it's called, CSGO 1.0 tournament. They play for glory, some skins and money and everything that's important in this world, and love. The love coming out to the winner, the loser gets a bid around as Ackerman drops DTX. This tournament is the most important, the next one of the most important things of the year in NATO, and the other most important thing is the fall tournament. So two very important things going on. We can see Skullbone checking out if his opponent is peeking. We have a 2-free strat from A team, and as they are 2 members up. On the terrorist side, we have PUB, problem blue screens for you or you are new to the stream. And now they are 3 men down. Ackerman has his hands on a AVP, and there is a quote that says that if you give Ackerman an AVP, he delivers you heads on a plate. Palanor shows that he's not going to stand for his team getting annihilated, and he picks up the bomb. Now he shows he's like the alpha male of the game, and he's not gonna just getting stumped. Alexandra moving up, and then she has the reflex and drop Palanor. A pretty sloppy play coming from Palanor, but a good try indeed. I think he had his aim on Alexandra, but Alexandra was quicker Yeah, and some taunt coming out. Great job, Alexandra. 3-1 to A team, and it's pretty even, but I think this round will decide everything since MHH pick up an AVP, and he deliver. Ackerman dead on plate in time, and he is rocking. Palanor shows that he's the alpha male as he walk in the apartment. On the bomb side B, Skyboom holds, and he gets spotted. They try to do body jump up. Hagbert, surprisingly the most exciting play in this game, I think, personally. Jabari. Oh. As the shot echoed out, we watched Skullbone camping. That was a beautiful shot. Smoke coming up. Will we have an execute here? From someone? Nope. The City aren't in a hurry to make the game. Can A team read this move? They spot Palanor, but it's a fake out. Jabari drops Palanor. Let's take a look at the scores. Hagbert is leading. Good shot by Skullbone. He gets dropped. The bomb is on the ground, and it's a very green situation for POB. Perhaps they just back off and keep and getting and hold their weapons to on the round. Yeah, that seems that's a reasonable play. And who is the reigning champions? The reigning champions is Gofeo's team. It's Dr. Bombay. They have a new team this tournament, and for better or worse, they have some new players, but they got reinforced with Fno Young and another player, I don't remember who, but Dr. Bombay is the reigning champion. I have to give a shout out to Wally. He's a very good player, not as good as in FIFA. I beat him yesterday, but shout out to Wally. He's one of the greatest and the one player in the winning team. Alright, back to this game. 4-1 to A team. POB is in green position, but can MHH change things around with this AVP? Burek picks up an A. Jabari drops MHH. I just love Jabari, he's so cool. DTX is planting the bomb. Jabari is moving in. And this time he's quicker. He drops Burek. Palanor did the spotting yet. In the heat. Oh, that's legendary. Oh, really well played by Palanor. And this shows why I picked him for the match in the match. Look at his score, 704. He's a top-notch player, but Hagbert is has a little bit of better score, but we see this round. All right, Fester is moving up as bombs fly. They do a 1-4 strat, but they decide to do a switch round and do. Yeah, they had to. Some calls is going out. I don't really know what the T side is planning, but they do a switch round. But it gets read by 18, but it doesn't matter. Palanor drops Alexandra, Skullbone, I mean. Hagbert delivers a kill. The DTX kills Hagbert. MHH can't decide, and he gets punished. some serious aiming going on. MHA Frozen Aid has been great at the AVP that spot, and they drop him. They drop him to the ground. The teams look surprisingly good this year. Not surprisingly, but extremely good this year. And I think the former Dr. Bombay will have a hard time to defend their belt. Actually, I can't really for now say who will have the upper hand in this tournament, since players are amazing. Oh my god, Javari! What the hell are you doing to their self-esteem? Have some mercy. The ETX shows that he still can keep his nerves, and he picks up his weapon and he tries to plant the bomb. Will he try to plant the bomb, or will he back off? He goes for... Will he go for the play? Will he go for glory? Alexandra is nading. Did she spot it? She's... Oh, great job. And as the master of taunt that she is putting down a mark here. She is showing she's the alpha female, and she's not gonna be pushed around by lesser human beings. We can see that A-Team takes a really strong grip of this game. Palinor drops Ackerman. A half rush coming out towards A, but it gets read by A-Team, who moving all over it. Shots are getting called out in Discord. Skullbone drops Fester, and it's a little bit of chaotic. We don't know what to do. It's a mess. Alexander is dead. Perhaps this messy tactic work out for the T side. Javari tried to calm his team down as he calls out the shot to try to engage. MHA dropped headshot, MHA drops Javari, and Anderson and Hagbert kills MHH. Burek shows that he's the boss. Alright, the messy tactic worked out really well for PUB. As we can see, they're buying up and they're like, we got the money now. A-Team decides to keep their budget this round. They don't go all out. It's a tactical round. They tried the messy strat again, and it seems to work, since they will get a hold of B side. Bomb is planting very early, and now A-Team reacts. They move up 2 players to the B side, and now they move up all the players. Now shit's going down. Burek did a spot them. Oh, he connects. Palinor, he do some predator shots, like empty a mag into the jungle. He Arnolds, as they call it. Palinor does very well by crossing 2 players, one with a headshot, and it's 2 strong players that struck for A-Team. A-Team, it doesn't look very good for you, my friends. They will lose this round, and that image shows it all. He's dead to the ground. (6-4) is the score as we move up to the 11th round, and A-Team looking very strong, but but PUB has changed up the tactics, and they do a messy tactic when they go 4-1. A-Team has read the tactic, but they read where they're going wrong. They change up their tactics and split up, and they try to wrap around and like smoke behind. Oh, now they finish up. But it doesn't matter, since reaction coming out from DTX by dropping Alexandra and MHA dropping Palanor getting dropped by a headshot from Hegbert. Hegbert shows some dominance and shows he's the alpha male in the jungle. We'll have a 2-2 situation right now from CT and T side. Jabbar is left for his team, and he will try to secure the victory as the bombs gets planted. Image and the DTX are alive, two very experienced players, but the two carry players, the one carry player is Hegbert, the best player in this game, IMO. Will this be a Fizz Goodman or a failed fish? We will see. MVP MHH once again, and we must look at the score right now. Hegbert 11-3-7, amazing player. Palanor 12-1-7, and is tied up to DTX. Jabbar actually it's hard to pick a favorite player right now since all the players are so amazing. But we have to decide upon one when this game is up. I want you to keep a close score at the match in the match as we put Jabbar against Palanor. And how are they doing? Jabbar has 9 kills and Palanor has 13, so right now Palanor is leading the match in the match. Alexander does a hold the door. And for all new viewers, I will tell you that there will be coming out some Game of Thrones cast. No, not because I like the show, I do, but yeah, it's not that great. But they got some cool scenes in it. I'm not saying the show is bad. I just think it's like you lose focus. Alright, Skullbone is camping. He's camping in the flowers, and we can see some really cautious players coming out. It's a very even game, and I think the A-team their lead is from the beginning when the nerfs were kicking in, but now PUB has their nerfs and their shit together, so that's why they have even out the score. Ackerman is dropping Palanor. He's dropping MHH. He is no. TX burns Oliver alive, and Jabbar is killed by DTX. Burek planting the bomb. Hegbert is panicking. Gets his shit together. Gets some +2 and shows he's the alpha male of the map. And just for show, he headshots DTX. And will he? What do? They defuse the bomb. 8-7 is the score as we move up to the 14th round, and we haven't seen we have seen one kind of echo round so far. I personally enjoy to watch the echo rounds since there are a lot of strat coming out, and will they go for it or will they like just keep found weapon? Alright, Hegbert is holy, he's spotted now, he shoots blind, and he but he gets assistance from Skullbone. He drops, and it's a clean swipe. Knife 5, as we perhaps will see around this game. Yeah, it's coming out from the T side. Ackerman is on the CT side, has an AVP. We can see Skullbone with his M4 and Hagbert with his AK. Alexandra, I don't really know what that machine gun is called, but yeah, there you go. Ackerman is dead, gone, and out of this round. We have a 4-4 situation as we follow Palanor. Palanor on his famous pistol. Jabari is camping on the bomb side A. We can see that Hagbert, perhaps Hagbert is the shot caller. I personally thought that Jabari would lead his team, but perhaps switch things up. Hagbert can be second in command, but as an elite, he could be the captain as well. Jabari drops Vester, Burek kills Alexander. Palanor drops Jabari, and will we have a plant? No, Hagbert, no, not this time. Denied. DTX. Can he spot him? Skyman drops Burek. DTX gets buried in the ground. Will he swallow the bait? Oh. First round completed, and A-Team takes a good grip on this game. Some GH. Yep. A really slow GH is coming out, and there's some really salty shit going on. I think Palanor isn't happy how this game is going, and he tried to talk his team to step up. However, the game still is very even, and things can change very quickly. However, I think Hagbert is playing very convincingly this game. Jabari hasn't fallen to the pressure either, and Ackerman is delivering a really good place, so they look very strong. Personally, I thought that the former Dr. Bombay was the favorites until we saw Xent enter the tournament for it's another team I'm talking about now. But A-Team looking amazing this tournament, so perhaps they will be my favorite. Hagbert kills MHH and up in his score. Jabari is dead on the other side. But Jabari doesn't need to carry when he has Hagbert and Oliver or Ackerman at his side. Oliver shows us that he isn't less of a player, and he secures 2 kills for his team. PUB, or Problem of Blue Screens, look devastated as they try to gather the strength and secure a round. We are on round 17, and the scores are 10-6 in favor of A-Team. Palanor dances around but gets dropped. Alexandra drops Fester to the ground, and she's reloading, and can she secure another kill? Did she spot him? Yes, she did. Some damage is going out. We follow Ackerman. Did he hear him? Yes, he did, and he drops DTX, and Burek is dead as well. We can see Jabari spots MHH, and MHH is dead. As PUB struggle to get the team players going, we can see that A-Team is glowing. A-Team looks very confident in their plays and they dominate the PUB. Can PUB strike back in this round? We will see, but it looks right now, it looks pretty grim for A-Team. MHH get the drops, and I think that's something that comes from a very low confidence right now in the team. Pelennor has to step up his game and show his team that he's the leader if they're gonna have a chance to win this game. Burek and DTX is left for the CT side as they all get wiped. Some crazy good scores all around. The tempo of the match has slowed down for now, and we have a bit of a stand off right now. A-Team try to close in as PUB camps the sides. It drops Hagbert, but it's well fine. Phase of the game, and it looks like PUB have upper hand, and perhaps Pelennor have turned things around with like a tactic call to his team, because now they look very confident again. Sometimes it just takes some encouraging words from a leader to get things going well again and sort the problems out. Or perhaps A-Team is getting sloppy since they feel that they have the upper hand and they are the stronger players right now. We will see. Fesser peaks a little bit too far and gets dropped. Deep trouble and he gets killed. Javari gets killed on the other side by DTX and HH together. Good shots coming out from DTX, but doesn't help. Hagbert shows his dominance. Skullbone is planting the bomb. And Pelennor is the only man left standing for PUB. Let's follow him. He just tries to hold his weapon and perhaps get a pick off. That's a smart move this round since they are behind in the economy game. We follow Javari. As they try to steer his T side up against the A side. Will they try to do a play here? Will they rush A side? No, they won't. They stopped right, and they have tried this strat before, and it has been successful. PUB reads this move wrong, and they have 4 players up on top B. Can sneak this out? They try to do an execution here and plant the bomb. Palinor leading his squad, and he gets a hold of Ackerman and he drops him. Did he hear him? Yes, he did. A little slow reaction coming up, but he gets dropped by Hagbert. Alexandra gets intentions on her opponent, and we have a 2 against 3 situation. Alexandra, she is planting the bomb, getting flashed, but she has the nerves of steel, and she doesn't even flinch. Hagbert is camping, waiting for his opponent to peek. He's reading the coming from that side, but I think that Burek and MHH just will back off and keep their weapons. This is round 21 of this match, and it looks right now that that A-team may be the winner. However, we have seen that things can change very quickly and teams can fall apart as well. Last tournament we had a team that was they were very convincing in the start, but the nerves get the better of them, and they crumbled as the tournament went on, and they were killed in the sim, and they were like annihilated. Sorry for a little bit of lag effect right there. I don't really know what happened. Had some server issues, but now we're fine. Things looks very grim for PUB as A-team secured the B side, they planted a bomb, and Anderson kills DTX. Fester is getting dropped as well by Alexandra. She doesn't even feel that she needs to taunt him. He just knows who's the better man. Last round. Decisive round. Palinor has done a very good game, and he's actually leading on the Yavari. But since it's a team game, it doesn't matter that much. But it's always it's always fun to know who's the alpha male in the jungle. We can see that A-team has they have a real strong work together for like a month, and their moves are excellent and very have a good flow in the game. GG is called out, and a very convincing win for A-team. Well played, and the winner was Palinor, I think. GG everyone.
Hi, I'm Liam Matthews,
And I'm Sadie Guinness.
and this week we're talking about if Daenerys Targaryen is the villain of Game of Thrones.
All right, let's go to round 2 when we have Team Question Mark up against Fraggers. We on Team Question Mark we have Gons, Smacky, Detloff, Dela, El Staffo. Gons and Smacky are claimed to be global elites, or at least Gons is a very high level. Smacky has reached a very high skilled level as well. And I think that Smacky is the captain of Team Question Mark. At Enfragus we have Shitright, who is the team captain, followed by Wilbo, Mikatus, Interfusion, Jab, and Firefox. Firefox will I especially point out since he was a very good player last tournament, and he was a very sly player. He did an amazing thing for his team, and he was one of my personal favorites in the tournament. We have a shout out from chat that says that Mikatus 12 is going to carry his team to the championship, and perhaps that will be right. I don't know. I have never seen Mikatus before in the tournament, but if he got drafted by Shitright, he is quite good, I think. Gunsmacky and Detlef are the top 3 tire players for the teams. Daylau is a very well-renowned player, as he killed a lot of opponents the last time he entered the tournament. El Staffo is the player I don't really know so much about, but we will keep a close eye on him. And for the match in the match, we have Smacky up against Shitright. That's this one is decided upon basically who was the captain. Last tournament, Shitright was drafted for an all-star game, and he performed very well, but their nose got the better of his team, and even though they put up a fight, Team Sweden was the victory, since Shitright was playing for Team Finland. And this match will start very soon, so let's get this hype train going.
we're in, and we will wait as the players warming up, some bots, and show some comments. We experienced lags, but I think we did good enough. We have some play changes, but we'll be fine. As we're waiting for warm-up, I can present players again. We have Advanced Deathlock on the CT side, and on the T side we have a team question mark. Firefox, Shit Right into Fusion, RS, and Orion. And also Bot Jim. If you didn't know that, connect the jet, but we'll soon. But Brian is a carry team, fair player. Oh, I'm kidding, it's hot. Let's see about Firefox skills, if it has improved. It looks like that. He drops Detlef, aka Nikolai, and he does his Sly Fox things, like camping. As I said before, he was picked for the All-Star game, and he didn't make anyone disappointed. Looks like Smacky hasn't connected yet. Alright, let's get into it. We have the first round. It will be a knife fight to decide which side you're gonna stay on. We have Fragus versus Team Question Mark. Just a heads up, I think they have mixed up their team names, as Team Question Mark or Switch team should be on Smacky's team, and Fragus should be on Shipwright's team. Smacky drops Shipwright and gets knifed by Firefox. Hayden kills Firefox, very good Hayden, and we have some really bloody things going on. As we look at the devastated battlefield with blood and bodies dropped, we have a 2 versus 1 situation. But then Fragus take this one and get to decide which side they're gonna play on. So it won't be a confusion. I will still call the teams I decided to stand on. Otherwise, it will be pretty hard for me to rewire what I see. So for now, this team will be called Enfraggers. We are doing warm-up. Players are looking into it and see that they play for the wrong team. Otherwise, we will have to live with it. Let's go! We're on. We see the communist mark up to the left, and as we're playing Mr. Gary Yu. Dela gets to get a little bit nervous, but he drops in with a headshot. Ares is moving in with his claw of justice. Ghost drops Ares with a headshot. And Firefox is moving up. The Sly Fox, or Firefox as he is called, as I said before, a really good player and one of the last tournament's favorites. She tried to drop that one and show some dominance. It was dropped by guns. Firefox kills Smacky with a headshot. But Hayden closes in and puts up one score for his team. And Fragus are up 1-0 against Team Question Mark, and we move into the second round. For the match in the match, she rises up one kill, and against Smacky, who has 0 kills. However, things will change very quickly as the game progresses. Dettloff makes his presence camping and goal secures for his team as the MVP. Things looks very good for Team Enfraggers as we move into the third round. As I understand it, Team Enfraggers have trained a lot together, and perhaps they will get all the things to be able to win this tournament. We have a little bit of economy round for Team Question Mark, and we have a situation, a little bit of standoff, but I think we have an execution defeat, and he's not dead. A reload coming up from Dela. Ares is joining his team as they will try to get a hold of this side. They switch things around and try to make a play for the A side. Will and Fragus respond to it? Will display. Guns, rockets. Detlov misses a little bit of control, but he makes up for it and headshots execution. Detlov gets another kill, but Fragus right in the head. Shitright is dropped as well, and we have 3-0. Shitright by an AK and a 303 on the scoreboard. Smacky is still 0-0-1, and Gons is the best player on the scoreboard with his 9-0-1. Detlov moved up the ladder and tried to take position. Shitright nades, and we have a pretty skirmish strat coming out from Team Question Mark. Some rest and sleeper is going on right now as the teams try to decide what they're gonna do. Team Question Mark peeks, Smacky gets shit right. He shoots him. Ours drops Hayden, Guns drops Harris. Firefox is moving up into fusion. Switch things around and try to back off. AKC is all on the side of Team Question Mark, as we have a skirmished cancer weapon. Guns and Smacky secures 2 kills. Smacky secures the round by killing Firefox, and Fraggers are up 4-0. Shitright will try to have to together if they're gonna stay in this game. Detlov drops Misigaru U. Smacky cams the A side, the B side I mean. Firefox peeks and he gets dropped by Dela and Hayden together. Auras drops Smacky. Drops that one, but he doesn't get the better of Dela as Dela drops him. Dela goes for defusal and we will have a 5-0. Good job. We see Shitright and AVP, and on the AVP side we have Hayden for Fraggers. Oh my god, that was so good. Shitright makes right for his name, he gets shit right. We have a 4 against 5 situation. spray and pray, but Smacky wins that close encounter. Hayden on the sniper. Get the bill flashed out. Firefox with Sly Fox play. We have a RS spots in, perhaps. Is there a tension right now? Will Team Question Mark get the first? Smack and Detloff denies them. And we have a 6-0. And it looks, ladies, cats and gentlemen, that we have a stump ongoing. For all the new viewers, we have a Pragus versus Team Question Mark. This is Big Dog on the cast, and this is Apple Spring Tournament 2018. It's called Apple 1-0. And Pragus are up against Team Question Mark, and we have a 6-0 situation. Will Firefox with his captain Shitright as Guns denies them that possibility. Sneaks around and he headshots Shitright. Guns is holding the door. Hold door. Did you hear him? Detloff is camping in the boxes. And we have a clean swipe. 7-0. Detloff is dead. Shitright is gone by an AVP shot right in the stomach. Hayden makes the score even and Smacky on the level. But he goes. He gets wrong. And the RS kills 2. Dela kills RS. A very close call. But it doesn't help. Firefox was a little bit too slow. However, was that the round that would turn things around? A little life sparks into Team Question Mark as they swipe the Team Fraggers, but will it be enough to get all the encouragement in the team that they need to secure this turn the tides? We will see. Guns moving up the ladder. As we follow Firefox. Some eliminating going on, and will they try to do an execution through the door? Shit, and we have a close encounter that Detloff wins. Shitright is dead, and as he screams out instruction to his teams. Guns and Dela alive. Dropped. Dela is dead, and that means that we have a 1 versus 3 situation. Will Ors back off and secure his weapon and the economy for his team, or will he try to go for glory? Did he spot him? Smacky is dead. But that's a very little comfort in the situation that they are in now. Smacky and Gons are very high-ranked players at CSGO. I think Detlef is a very high-ranked player as well. As far as Team Question Mark goes, I know that Shit Right has the highest ranking for his team. Detlef goes for the diffuser, and we have 8-0, 9-0. Round 10. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a stump here. Spiky drops ours. Perhaps this game will be a very quick game, as Dan Fragas execute this game cleanly. The question is, will Team Question Mark has a chance to get on the scoreboard? By the looks of it, Dela denies RS that opportunity. She tried to start for his team and 4 alive for the Fraggers. 4-3 situation is Jones drops 2 of them by a very clean and nice shot. Detlef is moving up, you can spot him in time, spots him, and Detlef drops Firefox, and MVP once again is Bronze. For the next match, we will switch things around if it's a match in a match, and we will put Gons as the spotlight player, since he is surely doing the best in this match by 19 kills. However, our other player, Smacky, does very well as well, but we follow our most MVP player this game, and his name is Gons, of course. He has a very nice picture of Skeletor. He's flashed up right now. But he gets one as he drops. That's a true sign of a great player. Let's follow Smacky. Shit right drops Hayden. We have an even score now with 2 versus 3 almost. And so let's go to the automated camera. In diffusion jab, and he's up against 1 now. Dayla is left with a very, very low HP. Looks like perhaps Team Question Mark will get the first score on the board. Yes, no, they won't yet. He tries to go for defuse, but in the last second he gets shot in the back by Shitright and Mr. Garju. And we welcome Team Question Mark to the scoreboard. 13-1 as we move up in the 15th round. Was that the round that turned the tide? We will see. Right now, Team Question Mark plays for their honor, and Fraggers plays the game. Will the Fraggers be out this spring? It certainly looks like a very skilled team, and you can see that the train has a very well positioned around the map and move as a team. Some curious fun information about the last game. That was the biggest problem for Guns, Smacky, was to get the things together. And we have MVP Smacky for this game, and for the match in the match, it surely looks like he will win that one. The problems that Guns, Smacky and Dutlaw faced last year looks have been trained away or blown away. Actually, we see that they move as a squad and as a unit. And they may be maybe one of the team that really can fight for the trophy and for the first play this tournament. I was thinking about the other teams we saw last game who looked very strong. Try to compare them to each other. It's very hard, of course, but I think when we move up in through the day, we will see very close and very even games. Since the other two teams that we seen look very strong as well, and don't let the first game fool you, since it's also a lot of nerves coming up. This is the second round, so to speak. So now the players are a little bit of warm up. They have the most of the nerves are settled, and since the other two teams looked very good last game, we may have the most even tournament through the history of MFO. Alright, round 16. 41 is the score as we follow Firefox and RS and the captain. We have a 1 versus 2 situation right now. Firefox and Interfusion up against Hayden. Hayden is a very skilled player, but now he's low on health. Can he do it? He drops Interfusion and he moves around. Firefox, can you do it? The Sly Fox, and he can. A quick reaction to the right, and we have the Team Question Mark taking the second point of this match. Smack and his team look very confident as they don't go for echo round and they decide to rush. Bodies dropped by Infusion, but Dayland, Deathlock, Shit Right gets a better of guns and we have a little bit of hack up, but we're online again. Bomb is planted by Dayla and Shit Right is sniffing it out. Will he move in? Oh, he spotted him, I think. Did he spot Deathloff? No, he didn't. Yes, he was by Deathloff with a shot right in the head. RS has executed Deathloff, but that didn't help them. Airfrag is won that round and we have a 15 against 2 situation. A little bit of unfortunate situation for Team Question Mark as they seem to get into this game. We move into round 18 as RS is smoking up the doorway. Smacking drops into fusion by a headshot and Bushback himself by a headshot. Guns with a headshot and we have brothers dropping all over. A little bit of action is going on and we have the bomb on the ground. Willem move for it. It's pick it up and they are moving into A. Will they try to plant the bomb or try to get a lot of bodies dropping first? We have a clean swipe and that was it. GG.
was a flash.